Hello everyone, welcome to Iprologic.com. So today we're going to go out there and hammer out another video for you. Again, based on a lot of interest that people have as far as with our videos is different structures of using the tracker. So I just want to put out another way of using the tracker and, with just two sequences. And of course, you're going to use the calculator for this because it makes all the sense in the world. Having the proper bankroll is obviously a necessity. And of course, money management is the entire key to success using the tracker or any form of investment. Okay, so without further ado, let's jump right in. Let me show you how to use this with two sequences and just stick it. It's spin till you win, take your breaks and get out. Okay, so here we go. As many of you have already who have the tracker or have used the tracker, you know how this works. In this case, I'm just gonna pump in just random numbers, just showing you. And when the numbers, and this is again, numbers that would come off the wheel as you spin, when they start populating, they will appear. When they populate, all the sequences will appear. What you're looking for is, regardless if it's 2, 3, or 4, you want to take your first two sequences and you're going to play spin till you win, but use the calculator, and you must add a 0. If there's a duplicated number, you're not going to play the duplicated number, obviously. Just going to play it one time, but you must add a 0 and you put it into the calculator. If you make a mistake, you can hit undo. Once you have a hit, you're going to hit reset, start all over. Now here's one important key and one important factor. Okay, as we go into the calculator, we're going to explain this to you. We tell everyone, please, once you have made 10 units or more, if you're playing with $1 chips, that means it's $10 or more, okay, which you should have no problem making in 5 minutes or less. Once you have made 10 units or more, take a break. Okay, there's no rush. You can have all day and how many hours you want to play. Just take breaks. It could be 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes. Once you make 10 units or more, again, if it's $1, it's $10 or more. But if you're playing with 10 cents, 10 units or more is only $1. So you can't look at it as saying, okay, you have $1,000 bankroll and you make 10 units or more playing with 10 cents. You just made $1 profit and you have $1,000 bankroll. It kind of makes no sense because you'll be playing all day to make $10, right? So if you do this right, most people are averaging anywhere between 100 to 300 a day anyway, and they're using $1 units. Some people who are using 50 cents are, making a few hundreds a day. So it depends on your bankroll. Not everybody has a $500 or a $500 or $1,000 bankroll. All right. So let's jump in and we'll set up the calculator and we'll go from there. Okay, so we all know how the calculator works, whoever has the program. What you're going to do is you're going to put in odds and reset. Okay, you're going to put in odds of 35 to 1. Okay, so this is how I look at it. Put in odds of 35 to 1, and this is obviously straight betting, straight numbers. Now, let's say you're using a bankroll of $1,000 or 1,000 units. I think we want to address this as units because some people may have $500 as their bankroll and they're using 50-cent chips. Well, if you're using 50 cents chips and you have $500 times 2, you have 1,000 units, literally, okay, to be used. Okay, if you have $100 and you're playing with 10 cents, well, you have 1,000 units. So we're going to use this and consider this as if we're playing with dollars. So you have $1,000. The number of bets is always going to be 13. Okay, unless you have a duplicate, it might be less. So we'll calculate that as it comes. When you have a win, you're going to click on W. When you have a loss, click on L, and it will go to the next row. Now, please bear in mind, once you have a hit, you are going to remember what that amount is, and you can actually look at your casino total on your table, and you'll see what your profit and what your amount is. Just hit reset, put the new amount in, and continue going again. Once you've made 10 units or more, take a break. So let's jump in. Okay, on our website, you actually have this website, which, or this casino, it's called Coin Royale. You can click on it. It's pretty good because you can actually use different, and this is with Bitcoin, obviously, right? Different chip value increments. Okay, you can actually change it and make sure you adjust for the default. Okay, because it's usually defaulted at 01. Make sure you set it to what you want, what's comfortable for you. So let's use this as a demonstration as if we were playing with $1 bets. Okay, we're going to put one on red, one on black, obviously, because we need to get the numbers to be populated. I want to try to keep this video as short as I can, so just want to show you once I get the number, in this case it's 13, I'm going to put this into the tracker, okay, and I'm going to spin again, obviously. Once we have any set of numbers that are populated, I'm going to let you know, number 3, and so forth. Now, when these numbers are populated, please, it's not based on the outcome of the last number that was put in. There's algorithms here. So it's actually a compilation of different inputs of whatever these numbers are. So it's not always going to be the same. So please don't copy what you see here appear down. That's not going to work all the time. It depends on what comes down. So I'm going to freeze for a second here because I'm trying to keep the video, pretty short. And let me get all the numbers in. And as I get them in, once it's populated on the tracker, at that point in time, we will begin playing. And I'll show you exactly how to do this and do it the right way. Okay? All right. Okay, guys, so here we go. The last input I had was 35. That's what actually came down. And after these few inputs, when I input 35, lo and behold, these are the numbers that populated. So here's what you're going to do. 2, 10, 13, 20, 26, 29. So you're going to obviously hit clear. 1 on 0. 2, 10, 13, 20, 26, 29. Always make sure 0 is your first bet. Okay, 3, 7, 12, 26, 28, 35. 3, 7, 12, 26 is a duplicated number. So what you're going to do is 28 and 35. Okay, you would generally, if that duplicated number, if there's a duplicated number, well, you're always going to be adding the 0. What you can do is also include the last number off the wheel. But it so happens, okay, that the last number off the wheel happens to be one of those numbers as well. So you're going to be left with 12 bets. In this case, what you're going to do is you're going to put in here number of bets, 12. Okay, so remember, I just want 10 units or more, and however it takes, 1 spin, 2 spins, 3 spins. Once I get it, I'm done. I'll take a break. So let's go. Okay, so I had a miss. I am not worried. Now, I'm not going to be putting anything else into the tracker. I'm not going to enter another number. I'm going to spin till I win. Okay, but the number 4 disappeared. Now, remember, usually you have 13 numbers. So, because you only had 12 here, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add that 4. Okay, so now I have a total of 13 bets. Okay, so this is going to be an L. Just follow the tracker. And obviously follow the calculator. It'll tell you what to do. Okay, it still says 1 unit. You need to pay attention to this, because when it changes and it goes to 2 units, you need to be ready. Okay, so we're going to go. Okay, 23, we had a miss. And again, I am actually, happy that this is happening this way, because so many videos you see of on the internet of people just showing, oh, they're winning thousands and thousands and it's just a perfect world. If we were to show you, and many times you will hit the first spin every single time you go in. Quite a few times that would happen, or the second spin, or the third time. But no one is ever perfect. There's no way anyone can just hit the first spin every single time. So we're not going to, cut and paste and fudge our videos to show you that so we can get your business. We want to just be honest and transparent to show you that, yes, you can beat the casino. You're not going to beat them every spin, but you can, and you will be able to beat them if you know what you're doing. So we're not adding any new numbers, okay? This is what it is, and this is what it's going to be. So we're at 13. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in here. We had a loss. And again, you'll be able to make your profits. Notice it says 2 units. That's what we're going to do. We're going to increase. Okay. You take your profits slowly but surely. You get your 10 units, take a break, get out, come back in, and you can do that all day long and make money. Okay. Now, by the way, if you have a hit on a 0, it's considered a win. You clear everything anyway. So, by the way, you had a hit here. Let's put this in. Okay, where are we? We've made $21 in less than 2 minutes. Of course, I'm going to clear everything. I'm going to stop, take a break, and I'll come back later. End of story. If you had hit on the 0, it would have been the same thing. Okay, it's still considered a win. So, in this case, sure. It took me 2 minutes, made 21 bucks. If I did this 10 times for the day and I've made 10 bucks, it's 100 bucks, or I made $20 or $15 or whatever. It adds up. Okay? So what would you do in this situation is you're going to hit reset and you're out. Log out of your casino and come right back in when you're ready. It's very simple. You log out. Whenever you come back in, you just plug in your numbers, and whatever it is, that's what you're going to input into this. And then, of course, very critical, you're going to remember this number. So this is what you're going to do. 35 to 1. You're going to put in the amount. Forgot what it was. Was it 23? I can't remember. Well, whatever it was. Okay. Again, don't write these numbers, these increments down, okay? Because remember your first bet was only 12? Well, let's put it this way. It might actually be 13 without, with your 2 sequences of 6 and 6 plus your 0, okay? So it could actually end up being 13 numbers. It can be 12 numbers. Sometimes it may be 11 numbers, okay? But, the maximum is going to be 13. So let's say you ended up with 11, you can add the last spin that came down if it's not part of the numbers. That'll give you 12. If you happen to miss the next round, you can add that number that came down. But you max it out at 13. It goes no more than that. Okay? And that's all you need to know. You should be good from there. Again, you can visit us at www.iprologic.com and get the tracker. Go out there. Again, it's money management, discipline, and having the proper bankroll. You should be able to make hundreds of dollars per day very easily. And if you're using 10-cent bets, 10 units or more, that's $1. Okay? People who are using 10-cent bets usually have a bankroll of about $100. So, if you're making, with $100, you're making 10 units or more, you play 10, 20 times for the day, then obviously you're going to make $20 a day. Okay? So you tell yourself, from a money management standpoint, if you make 20% of your bankroll every day, then do the math. If you had, $500 and you made 20%, which is, $100, you're making $3,000 a month. That's an extra $36,000 a year for what? A couple hours of your time? So it's all up to you how you're going to look at this. Either you're going to remember my quotes as needs can always be met, but greed will never be satisfied. Or you can sit there and say, well, I just want to pay a phone bill. But this is not about that. What this is all about, in summation, is this is about long-term profits, not short-term gains. It's not about sight. It's about vision. Don't look at what it is at this present time. Look at what you're trying to achieve over a period of time. And the only way you can do that is to manage your money well. Follow the system to a T. Don't regress from it. Don't start jumping off or going off the beaten path. Do exactly as the tracker indicates. And of course, however the calculator tells you to bet with their units, be strong, have faith, stay focused, and do the right thing. Because success and winning is not deserved, it is earned.